Well, hello. It's me again. Hi, it's me. It's Joe. Welcome back. As far as this channel goes, only the cool kids know what it's about, so if you don't know what it's about, then you're not cool. I wasn't going to do the video today. I was going to do it tomorrow. Today happens to be Tuesday, by the way. Don't ask me the date. It's the 20-something. But I'm starting to get sick. And it's like, yesterday I had a little tickle in my throat, and I'm like, oh, I'm getting sick. Today, it's a little worse, and I'm a little stuffy, and I'm like, tomorrow I know I'm going to be out on my butt, and I don't know how long I'm going to be sick for. So I said, well, I'll go ahead and do my video, because I didn't want to wait any longer to do my video. I should have done it actually last week, but it is what it is. So how you guys doing? Hope you're not sick. I have a funny story. I gotta tell you this, guys, this funny story. And the reason why I'm telling you is because I was looking through some old photos that was taken when especially my son was real little. And I come across a picture that I had forgotten about this incident. And then I saw the picture and it's like, boom, it hit me. And it's so hilarious. I said, I gotta share this. This is just too darn funny not to let people know. Now, my son, on the other hand, might not think that. If he finds out, he probably doesn't even remember the incident. But if he finds out I'm telling you this, well, what can he do? I mean, he lives here. He can't not stop talking or can't not talk to me. So anyway, when my son was about 4 or 5. It was before he went to kindergarten. The house we lived in was the house I actually grew up in. And we bought it from my parents. When my parents lived there, they had locks on all the bedroom doors. So Raymond, being 4, we always told him, you're not allowed to lock your door. The doors don't get locked, okay? That was a rule. Well, I went into my bedroom one day and I was changing clothes, and I made a habit of locking my door when I changed my clothes, because the kids, it was just the 2 at the time, but they wouldn't knock. They would just open the door and come in my room, which is okay, but if I'm changing clothes, I would lock it so that they wouldn't walk in on me. So, I was in my room changing clothes, and Raymond, of course, went to come in, and the door was locked. And he got upset. He says, Mommy, how come your door's locked? He says, the rule is no locked doors. And I'm like, well, honey, I said, Mommy was changing clothes. And when you change clothes, you take your clothes off, and then you're naked. Then you have to put your clothes on. So that if you're in your room and you're naked, then you can have the door locked so no one comes in and sees you naked. And he says, okay. And I didn't think anything of it. About 3 or 4 days later goes by. And he was in his room playing, and I went to go check on him, and his door was locked. And, and he was good about not locking his door. So I'm knocking on his door. I said, open this door up right now. And so he says, okay. And he comes, and he opens the door, and he has the blanket on his bed wrapped around him. I'm like, what are you doing? He says, I'm playing. I'm like, well, why did you have your door locked? So he drops the blanket. He says, because I'm naked. And you said that if you're naked, you can have the door locked. So that night, so I had to explain to him, the only time you're allowed to be naked is if you're changing your clothes or if you're taking a bath or a shower. He wasn't allowed to play naked in his room. So when my husband come home from work, I got in the car and I went to the store and bought a new set of doorknobs to put on his door so they wouldn't lock. So he wouldn't have that problem anymore. So that when my husband was home and changing, of course, he wasn't too pleased about changing the doorknobs, but I was insistent upon it. Samantha wants to show you her puppy.
Oh, my fat ass dog. Holy shit, you're heavy.
So I had taken a picture of him changing the doorknobs. So that earlier last week, I found that picture and remembered that story and thought I just had to share it with you guys. That's my son, though. You know what I mean? If that's the rule, like, that's just like when he was growing up. He went to a private kindergarten. Put him in a private kindergarten instead of public school. So before he went, we lived out in the country. I mean, my next door neighbor was my mother, and there was like I had one. It was just we lived out in the boonies in the woods. So my husband thought it was funny that when he was outside playing with his son and playing with Raymond, and Raymond had to go to the bathroom, he would tell Raymond, well, just pee on a tree. You're a boy, you can do that. I told my husband, I said, you can't, don't do that because he's going to be out somewhere and see a tree in public. And he says, no, he won't. Well, picked him up from kindergarten one day, and the teacher says, Miss Gregoire, we need to talk to you. I'm like, oh, God. Like, okay, what did he do? He says, you really need to explain to Raymond that it's not appropriate for him to pee on the trees out in the playground. I'm like, I'll let my husband handle that. But that's the kind of kid he was, Anyway, I thought that was funny. I thought I'd let let y'all know. And of course, I'm sick, and I took some medicine, and it's kind of, I'm not loopy, but I'm a little like, how you are when you're sick and you take medicine and alright, so that hard telling how this video is going to turn out in the end. Let's see. Let's do some shout outs. I got quite a few of them. I'm going to go kind of quick through them because I got 12. And I want to be able to do all of them because I don't want to, Anyway, we have my first one. And some of these I wrote little notes and some of them didn't. So, anyway, I watched Park Hopper Bart. He has 7 videos. I'm trying to remember. See, my brain's not going to be working. I'm not at 100%. I'm never at 100%, but I'm barely at 50%. So you guys are going to have to. Alright, then Holly Stitches. She has 4 videos out. Stitching by the Shore. Now, I wrote down this was her first video, but I think she's made more since I watched this, because this was probably about 2 or 3 weeks ago. And, I wrote down that she likes beach theme projects. Kimberly Ann, and I'm going to spell this last name because I don't know how to say it. It's Luxich. I watched her first video, so that means she just came out with her first videos. Then I found Veronica X Stitch. She's got like 20 videos out, but at the time she only had like 84 subscribers. And I liked her. I mean, she had some nice projects and everything, so go watch her. And again, I'll have eventually all their links down below. Then we have Tracy Stitches. She's got 5 videos out. Then we got Bree Stitching Stuff. She also does quilts. Yeah, alright. Hey, no. Sorry. Come on. Up here. Come on. And don't come up here. Then we got A Little Farm Quilts. She's got 12 videos out. The last one I saw, which I think is her last one, she had got a new do. I need to go get my hair cut. I always say that. Live from the Shack with Donna. That's her channel name. I think she only got the 1 or 2 videos out. But she's got some nice project bags. I'm jealous of her project bags. Go check them out. I think she's getting ready to sell them somewhere. I think she said on Instagram, but I hope she does them on Facebook too, because anyway. X Stitch MD says she has 5 million whips. That'd be one heck of a whip portray. Parade. Oh my God. I just couldn't get that word out. And then last but not least, Beauty in the Macabre. Silly lady thought she was done with cross stitch a couple years ago, but now she's back. You're never done with cross stitch. Never. Alright. Something I've noticed. I can put my book up, see all the emojis. Something I've noticed, because I've been watching a lot of Floss too. I think it's one of the only things I watch nowadays. But I can remember when I say back in the days, this is like about 5 or 6 years ago when I first started watching Floss Tube and doing Floss Tube. I mean, if you go back and watch the older Floss Tube, it was all about the needle minders. Everybody was showing off needle minders, and you know, they would have a haul of like 20,000 or whatever. It's all about the needle minders. Well, you watch the videos now, and it's all about the project bags. So it makes you wonder, a few years from now, what's it all going to be about? I don't know. Alright. Hang on, I gotta get a drink. Which reminds me, I was thinking the other day. And I know it's not a good thing for me to do. And I promise I'll show you some stitching here in a minute, but I was thinking the other day, you know, a lot of people are doing videos in, you know, 2 or 3 people, or, you know, there's a lot of duos out there, which is great. But they weren't the first. Anyway, where was I going with this? Oh, which is good. I enjoy watching, because, you know, you get the 2 people and they respond to each other, and it can be funny or whatever and everything. But there's there's something about doing a video on your own that I like, and that's the fact that there's no one else here to give me any rules, which means if I want to drink on a video, then I can drink on a video. If I want to click my pen on a video, I can click my pen on a video. And there's no one here to say I can't. Anyway, come here, Sif. I'm trying to get Sif up here. It's our newest dog. Actually, he's our son's dog, but I take care of her more than anybody. And she usually does sit up here when I'm on the couch, because right now I'm on the couch. I know, y'all missed my basement door, but next time. I'm not feeling well, and I was afraid I'd fall off the bar stool. That would not have been fun. Alright, let's get to stitching. I'm 13 minutes in. I haven't showed y'all anything. Got a little bit of haul, because, you know, I'm going to live to be over 100, so that, you know, I can afford to get some more stuff. And this is, I'm going to tell y'all, if y'all, haven't looked to see how many subscribers they have, but if y'all don't watch Basic Stitchers, then what the heck is wrong with y'all? Y'all need to go watch them. And, because Jordan, is that her name? Yeah, Jordan is is designing now. And under the Little Stitch Girl. And I tell you what, I love she hasn't designed anything that I haven't liked yet. Haven't bought anything. Well, I have, but I held out because, you know, like I said, I'm trying to stitch up some of the stuff I have before I buy a lot. But now that I'm going to live to 100, I can buy it. So, but she's got this new series out that I just could not pass up, because I've been saying, or I don't know if I've been saying it, but I know I've been thinking it, that I love the house series that, you know, Country Cottage and Little House Needleworks do, but they're all either winter or Christmas. And I'm like, come on, you know, there's other seasons out there, there's other holidays out there. Take advantage of those, you know. I mean, Halloween Village, a Spring Village, patriotic village. I mean, you know, come on. There's, well, Little Stitch Girl has come out with a Halloween village. And this is the first one. And I will be getting all the other ones. This is the first one. I think it's so darn cute. And I love that instead of putting a border or something around it, or just grass, she's got like a stone. And this goes throughout all of them. A stone pavement. Or walkway, or whatever the heck you want to call it. So I'm like, and she's going to market this year. It's the first time to market. And they only found out like less than a month, about 3 or 4 weeks ago. You know, someone at the last minute dropped out, and I guess they were next on the list. So, but she's, you know, I love her designs. She is doing, I'm just, y'all need to go support her. If y'all don't, then I'm coming to your house. I'm not going to come to your house. I don't even know where you live. Alright, and then I got, in my last video, I had gotten the wordplay. I've been holding out trying to get these for a good year and a half almost. And I finally broke down, and in my last video had gotten January, February, March. Now I got April, May, June, and July. That's all I bought. Alright, now, how about stitching? Would you like to see some stitching? Well, of course, Joe. That's why we're here. Dang it. I know, but... Alright, let's see. I might not be showing you this. I probably should have gone... What the... I don't know. This wasn't... No, I think it was this. I'm trying to show you in order, and I don't remember. I should have went back and at least looked at my last video for a little bit to see what I was doing. I think the last time we talked, the last time you were here, I think I was working on this. I think this is you can see it, Little House Needleworks. This is the spring season of hope. I think I was working on that when I saw y'all last. Well, guess what? I finished it. Ta-da! I love the way this looks. I love it. It looks better stitched up than it does on here. Of course, they always do. But I love the colors. When I first started doing this, because this is spring, and when I first started doing it, there were like a lot of browns and stuff. I'm like, well, those aren't really springy colors. But I thought they would use more springy colors. But once it was all done, I was like, oh, I love that. Because it's just a little bit of color, and they're light, they're not bright colors. And I'm like, yeah, I like this. So I got spring done. I just got 3 more seasons to do. And did I buy them 3 seasons? I thought I did. If they're not in this bag. Usually I keep them together. Well, I'll have to go find them. I don't know anything right now. Alright. And then after I finished that, I pulled out years. I tell you what, if this is your first time watching my video, I'm not usually this. They're not usually like this. At least not this bad. Oh. I'm still going to upload this. And I did March. I was going to do April, but after I did March, I had I had the urge to stitch on something else. And I'm like, well, I'll do April later. And I'll wait till you see what I've been working on. So I did March. There's a lot of green. But I love the way it turned out. And I didn't use all the called for colors. I've been substituting. And I'm not going to give you the substitution, so don't ask, because the colors I'm using to substitute are no longer being manufactured, so it wouldn't do you any good. I had the urge to pull this out and work on it because I haven't worked on it in a while. You're just going to have to wait or go up there and get your owner. Hang on for a second. I'm not going to pause you. I'm not going to edit this out because I don't edit. You guys know that. But the dog is still, even though the dog is big, it's still technically a puppy. So its bladder's not all that big. So when she needs to go out, it's like you got to take her out. I mean, she's housebroken, but if she can't hold her bladder anymore, y'all don't want to hear about the dog's bladder, do y'all? No, you don't. See, you're probably thinking, well, who are you calling? I'm calling my son. He's upstairs because I'm too lazy to get up and call. And plus, I'm sitting here visiting with you guys. Hey, you need to come take Sif out, please. When? She's at the door, scratching at the door. Well, she needs to go out again because she's been in there drinking a lot of water. Hey, she's got to go. You got to take her. Alright, I think he hung up with me. Alright. Where was I? Oh, so I decided to pull this out and work on this. Now, the last time I worked on it, I had all this down part done. I had the border done up to about right here. And I had everything in here done except for the moon and the back stitching. So now, look at this. I got the moon done. Well, except I got like 3 lines left to do up here. And I ran out of floss. I was so upset. So I got someone order. As soon as it comes in, I can finish the moon. But I got the moon done. I got all the back stitching done in the center area. All the bottom is done. This is all done. Now all I gotta do is finish this top border here. And then all I got left to do is the krennic and the beads. Isn't that awesome? How you like it, Raymond? Look at me. You like it? Say something. He doesn't want to say anything because he knows. If you don't say something, I'm going to tell an embarrassing story about you. Now he's going outside to avoid me. So this is it. I love this. Oh, it's turning out so good. And the back stitching, I actually enjoy doing this back stitching on this one. Because it just like really brought in the details. Let me roll this up a little bit. So yeah, so I should finish this the top border tonight. And then after that, I'm going to start working on all the krennic and the beads until the floss comes in from the moon. Then I'm going to work on this until it's done. And I don't think really it's going to take me all that much longer. I think what's going to take me the longest is waiting for the floss to come in. Because I say I order it, but I actually have it. It's in my cart. I just got to figure out what else I'm going to order to go with it. Because I'm not going to order just one thing of floss. But isn't that great? This is awesome. I love it. I think the horse looks awesome. And I was kind of dreading, the reason why I hadn't pulled this out before now is I was kind of dreading doing that moon. So I'm thinking, oh, that's going to be all that, that big, but actually it wasn't bad at all. I was able to whip it up pretty quickly. Hey Gary, where you at on yours? I haven't seen you pull it out lately. Huh, Gary? So, yep. So, that's it. That's it. My plans is I'm going to work on Sleepy Hollow until it's done. And then once it's done, I think I'm going to, like, do a couple small projects, small things to whip up real quick. Like, maybe do April and May of the celebrations. Maybe do the next season in the summer. And then after I do a few small ones to get some finishes done, then I'm going to pull out, you guessed it, Lady of the Flag. Now, I won't work on her until she's done, but I'm going to pull her out, and my goal is to try to get all her dress done. Because once I get all her dress done, then all I have is like her skin and head and the flag and then the beads and stuff. So, that's my goal. That's my goal. And that's it. Now I'm done. 25 minutes. That's pretty good. And half of it was just me jibber-jabbering about God knows what. I could do that. Oh. So, anyway. Alright. Well, I hope none of y'all get sick. What? I can't pass this to you. What are you talking about, Joe? I don't know. You know, I'm going to go before I say anything else that's stupid. Bye, everyone. Hopefully, y'all will come back and see my other video.